All right. Okay, it is 12:30 p.m. and I'd like to call this special meeting to order. While this special meeting is being held in person in consideration of ongoing COVID-19 health concerns, we are also offering the option for the public to participate through Zoom if preferred. Instructions on how to participate virtually are included in the City Council calendar item listed on the front page of missionks.org. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Emily, would you please call roll?
Yes, thank you. Chosey?
Here.
Loudon? Here. Davis?
Here.
Inman? Here. Kring? Here. Thomas is absent. Ryherd? Here. Boltinghouse?
Here.
Thank you.
Since this is a special meeting, we will only be considering one item listed on our agenda this afternoon. Ms. Smith, will you please provide us with some background of this item?
Yes, thank you. Very quickly, I'll turn it over to Penn for the detail on the actual action item, but I appreciate your accommodation for the special meeting today. I think as the action item tried to outline, we have an opportunity to save a significant amount of money if we're able to place this order today. We didn't feel it was appropriate. This didn't rise to the level of an emergency expenditure under which I could exercise sort of my authority and then have you all ratify it. And so we felt the special meeting was the most appropriate venue within which to consider this item. And so appreciate your time. And with that, I'll turn it over to Penn to give you some background on this actual agenda item.
Good afternoon. Keeps cutting out. Okay. So, tables and chairs here at the Powell Community Center have gone through many iterations of replacement. We use them for parties, business meetings, council meetings like this one, commission meetings, and some modified fitness programs and after hour rentals. The Powell Community Center currently has 157 folding chairs and 410 banquet chairs, and there are 4 different kinds. So when it comes to large scale events, we often have a myriad of different kinds of chairs. It's not the most professional look. Nearly 40% of the existing banquet chairs are original to the Powell Community Center, which speaks to the quality craftsmanship, and the remaining banquet chairs were replaced 10 years ago. They've endured repetitive use. So this was a CIP budgeted item in 2020 for the amount of $24,100. But staff and council were aware that during COVID, there wasn't much use or need for it to be replaced at that time. Now that rentals are picking up and our fitness programs are being highly attended, it's on the replacement schedule. So staff requested bids for replacement of banquet chairs just so that we could standardize all of the seating facility wide. And it just so happened to coincide with their biggest sale of the year. So if we purchase chairs by the end of May, which is today, we could save up to 60% off of the banquet chairs in particular. And so what that enables us to do is replace virtually every chair in the entire facility all at once, which is pretty decent expenditure, which is why we're having this meeting. So typical costs range anywhere from $80 to $90 each. And with this bid, we can get them as low as $37. So that leaves a fair amount for us to replace all of the folding chairs, which were not originally in the CIP replacement. So staff is recommending the purchase of 410 banquet chairs and 120 folding chairs, along with 2 moving carts and 1 storage cart from Mighty Light Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $24,012.28. And like I mentioned previously, $24,100 was set aside for this 2 years ago. So the project will be paid for from 2022 Powell Community Center Improvement and Equipment Replacement Budget, which is funded primarily by Parks and Recreation sales tax, and is identified in the Parks and Recreation Capital Improvement Plan. And I'm happy to answer any questions. Yes.
What will you be doing with the chairs that are currently in okay condition? Where will they go?
So we have some needs citywide that will, give first offer or first right of refusal. After that, we will surplus the remainder. Any other questions?
Thank you, Penn.
Question, we have 2 questions online.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Trent. I saw your hand up first.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was just going to follow up to Debbie's question. I'm not familiar with what surplus the remainder means. Are we planning on selling them to the public? Or are we going to trash them? Could you just kind of go into some more detail on what we're doing with the existing chairs?
Yes, so we will surplus through our typical arrangement. People can purchase them from, I believe the website's Purple Wave, and none of those will be trashed. So we'll look for a proper home for them.
Cool. Yeah, great idea. I'm glad to, I'll be supporting this. I think it's awesome that we're able to try to squeeze it in. So thanks.
And Ben?
Yes. So I was just hoping to ask you to speak to the necessity of purchasing the chairs now. I know the cost savings are a big factor, but given that we have the feasibility study ongoing and there's maybe some uncertainty as to future usage of the community center and things like, what kind of revenue are supported by, this equipment in terms of like rentals and classes and so on.
I can't speak directly to what revenue would directly coincide with the chair replacement, but all of our revenues are from rental are picking up again. Fitness classes that utilize these chairs are at capacity. And so once we lift some of the spacing and size mandates, we'll be able to accommodate more patrons in some of those modified fitness classes. We understand that the feasibility study is ongoing and has not come up with a deliverable at this point, but we anticipate that at least in the short to medium term, rentals will hold a pretty significant portion of what the community center can deliver to the region.
Okay, thanks.
What I'd like is to ask for thank you, Penn. And thank you for the savings too. I'd like to have council discussion after there's a motion to adopt this recommendation and second, and then we can open it up for further discussion. Is there a motion?
Can you hear me? I move that the council consider the purchase of 400 banquet chairs, 120 folding chairs, and associated items at a cost not to exceed $24,100 by today.
Mary seconded. Thank you. Is there any public online that wishes to ask any questions about this? Okay. Are there any further discussions? No? Okay, I think we're ready for the question. Emily?
Loudon. Aye. Davis.
Aye.
Kring.
Aye.
Inman. Aye. Ryherd.
Aye.
Chozy.
Aye.
Boltinghouse.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead.
Wait for the mic, please.
If the surplus is such that we don't use all the chairs, is there a way of donating it, like to the Boys and Girls Clubs or some community center that needs chairs, period?
Yes, we can look at those that, I mean, there may be an opportunity, we haven't researched it fully, but with some of the metal folding chairs, there may be an opportunity to recycle those and recover some revenue that way. Based on the condition of those, that might be our best option, but we have in the past, and there are organizations that we can look at to donate. We have been both on the donating end and on the receiving end of organizations who take that sort of excess office equipment or chairs of that nature. So we'll explore all those opportunities.
Any other discussion? Okay. We have already taken our vote. Before we adjourn today, I want to share with the public that the video from this meeting will be available through a link on our website, missionks.org. There being no further business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. There's been a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Mary. All those in favor, you can
Aye.
close down and walk out.
Mary. Oh, okay.
Thank you very much. And Ben and Trent, thank you for joining online. Have a good day.
And so-
We're gonna be safe. Sounds like we're gonna have some terrible weather coming in.